attention!
Hello!
I'm Sarah.
And I'm David, and we're talking about The Amazing Race.
We are, and I apologize that we were not around last week. We missed a week. It's my fault, I was sick. But we're back!
We're back! And it's going to be an amazing race to recap 2 episodes in 1 video.
Yes, exactly. Let's race through it. 2 weeks ago.
They fly to Bali, everybody's on the same flight, so it's a level playing field.
Which has happened quite a bit this season.
Yeah.
I feel like more than usual.
People lose their leads pretty quickly. Their first thing they have to do is a roadblock, where they have to go into the ocean and with these big containers and scoop up seawater and then put it out to dry.
It was a very labor-intensive challenge, and most teams chose appropriately until they got to Rachel and Zach. For some reason, they thought Rachel should do it. Yeah. She's the only girl who did it, and she clearly was struggling, and it was so hard to watch as like people are like trudging through and she like can't carry it.
Like
it was
Cole was like going crazy and doing amazingly.
And we should point out that, you know, we've been hard on Cole, and he actually
stepped it up. Good for you, Cole.
Yes.
So Rachel's struggling a lot, but after they get their thing all wet, they can move on to the next thing, and they have to scrape salt and then bag the salt and tie these little tiny knots at the top of the bag. And everybody's like in it together.
Yeah, everyone's
all pretty close. Pretty
much there. And Kurt, who was like powering through the challenge, but by the time they got to the bags, his fingers were fumbling, so he kind of fell back a little bit there. So people were sort of shuffling at this point.
Right.
The next challenge was another roadblock.
Yes.
And it said whoever just did that roadblock, the other person has to do this one. That kite challenge was so beautiful.
It was amazing.
I loved watching
Seeing those things fly through the air, it was
They were
crazy
massive.
Cool.
They were huge.
Yeah.
And then I have to say, like, I didn't realize that Kurt was like pulling Brody along.
I didn't either until this episode.
Yes. They seem like a good duo, but then like they start talking about it and pointing out all the times that Kurt's done everything and Brody's been like, Kurt, this, do this, do this. And he has to do this kite thing now.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even know where to begin.
Oh my god.
He's like
he was like looking at Ashley's kite as the example, and she's like, this isn't, like, I'm not done. You need to like look at the one that's
He was like, they're not telling us what to do first. I don't know what to do first.
Yeah, because he's used to Kurt telling him what to do first. Like, clearly Kurt is the brains of that operation because Brody just did not know which way was up.
So they actually struggled a little bit in this episode, and the rest of the teams kept wondering why they aren't using their express pass. Like, they're falling back. Why are they not using it?
Because Bernie and Ashley were the only team, and I didn't know that they knew this, but they're the only team that knows that they use the express pass.
It was mentioned on the mat, and so they were like, oh.
You know, Tyler and Corey were like, why don't they just use the express pass? Like, why are they struggling through this thing?
But no express pass has been using, and they're falling back.
Yep.
It comes down to a kind of stressful ending. Unfortunately, the Kings are eliminated, their last place, but barely.
It was very close between Brody and Kurt and Zach and Rachel.
Brody and Kurt come in second to last, almost last place. It just blows your mind, and you think, you guys used that express pass the week before to get a first place, and then you almost get eliminated the next week.
So we were bummed to see the Kings go.
I was very bummed to see them go. I really enjoyed watching them.
Yeah.
So this episode, they got to sleep on a boat.
Oh my god, yeah.
Tyler and Corey are first. Brody and Kurt are last.
Yep.
The first big challenge was harvest or hull.
So the harvest was a seaweed thing. They had to go in the ocean and gather all the seaweed and lay it out to dry.
Which I was like, I'm
on board with that.
doing.
Yes, that seems pretty straightforward. The other one is you have to carry 50 coconuts and 4 chickens across this rickety suspension bridge.
No.
Everybody does hull.
Everyone does hull.
Every team.
I immediately am like, I don't want to do hull because you have to get in traffic, you have to get around a town, you don't know this town, you gotta carry things.
Chickens and like, I don't want to carry, I'm not Ty on Survivor, I don't want to carry any chickens.
Everyone does hull.
Yeah.
The next thing they go to is where the U-turn is. And it's a double U-turn.
Yes.
And the thing at this point is, you're in an interesting situation because the most dominant team happens to be at the back of the pack.
Yeah, what a huge opportunity.
Usually the dominant team shows up at that U-turn first. They're like, oh, I'm not U-turning anybody.
Yeah,
and
I'm in first place.
We move on.
Yeah.
But Tyler and Corey show up that double U-turn first, and they know that Brody and Kurt are in the back.
Because
they did it, and they walked away, and then Corey was like, ooh.
Yeah, because the thing is, if Brody and Kurt get there, they can just U-turn somebody else, and then they're safe, and that's bad news for Tyler and Corey.
Bad news bears.
Yeah.
The second team that shows up is Bernie and Ashley.
Yes.
Now, Bernie and Ashley are gamers, and they think strategically.
Yep.
And they did a very smart thing.
They decide to U-turn Tyler and Corey so that they're using up that second U-turn. Nobody else can U-turn anybody.
In essence, they turned it to a single U-turn.
Right.
Kurt and Brody actually do make up a little bit of time because they show up third. And they see that they've been U-turned, and they're like, oh crap.
So they have to go back and do the harvest thing, which they really seemed to
I mean, we know they're fast. Yeah. They plow through all of these challenges. That's why they're a threat. That's why they're being U-turned. So they had to do that one. Meanwhile, everyone's now heading to this crazy cliff dive, which actually made me nervous.
Yes.
For the first time.
And Cole decides that he's going to do this roadblock.
Well, he's out of, they don't have a choice.
Oh, Sherry can't do him anymore?
I don't think so, because remember, Sherry's done everything this season.
Right.
So we get to the point where Cole has to do it, and guess what? It's something he's terrified to do.
Yeah, and I said that weeks ago. I called it, people.
Yes.
I said, Cole, you better step up and do some challenges because one of these days you're going to have to jump from something really high. And lo and behold, here he is having to jump off of a cliff.
Nostradamus right there. Tyler and Corey get there first. Tyler goes up there. He does the jump. Bernie and Ashley get up there. Ashley she is just a power woman. She is just like, okay, I'm gonna jump. Great, boom, done. Sherry and Cole get there third.
And Cole's jumping like as Matt is swimming up to the cliff. So they're close, right? Like this is a tight race.
You see people coming up. He knows he can't deliberate or get scared.
And everybody's talking about like, we did not use these U-turns for Cole to not jump off a cliff. We got to make sure that the bros are out of here.
He did it!
Good for you, Cole.
I could not be more proud of Cole.
Yes. And because he is legitimately deathly afraid of heights. He just jumped right, he just stepped right off that cliff. Faced his fears.
We have been tough on you, Cole.
Yes.
And we are so proud of you.
But you know why we were tough on you, Cole? Because we knew you had it in you.
It was in you.
Okay, we knew you could do better.
Sherry told us, don't think about it. You just got to do it. And that's exactly what he did. He got up there and he just jumped.
Yes.
So no crazy shuffling of people. Nope. They get on their boat. They go. Dancers come in fourth. Matt dances. Matt dances off a cliff. And then Brody and Kurt come up. Brody jumps down because he has to do it.
Now they're heading to the pit stop at this point. They have to take the boat to some beach and then take a cab to some town square. It's a race. Bernie and Ashley are like, this is our chance. We can get our first place. We are so close to Tyler and Corey. Getting cabs at the same time, like it really is like, who's going to be first? But ultimately, Tyler and Corey get another first place.
They get another first place. They get their 5th second place.
In a row.
But let me just point out, just last season, we don't even have to think far back.
That's right.
Kelsey and Joey were like the second place team.
Yeah.
And how did that end up?
They won $1 million. Yeah.
I feel like Bernie and Ashley could.
I really think they could
their
win.
first place when it counts.
Yeah.
The dancers actually, for Cav reasons, shuffled in front of Cole and Sherry.
Right.
They get a 3rd place. Cole and Sherry show up in 4th place, and then everyone on the mat's like, we got to get out of here.
Yeah, we don't want to be around when the Frisbee Bros show up.
And then they show up and they were eliminated.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I cannot believe.
I'm shocked.
That we are at our final 4 and Brody and Kurt are not in it.
Yeah, I thought for sure they would be in the finals.
Yeah.
And a serious threat to win the whole thing just because they are so capable physically.
Yeah. Oh, like, I don't know what else to say about that.
It reminds me of, Team Texas last season.
Yeah.
You literally just have one bad week and you're gone.
And know when to use that express pass. Like, I don't know if that would have changed things, but if they had not used that express pass.
But I don't think they could use it this week because this was the 10th leg.
No, but if they had used it last week.
Right, they wouldn't have started in last place.
They wouldn't have started in last place. And that's the thing. Because they started in last place, they could be U-turned.
Yep.
Had they been closer to the front.
And they literally only needed to be one team closer to the front. If they had gotten there second before Bernie and Ashley, they would have U-turned someone else. So, yeah, you're right.
Would have made all the difference.
Express pass at the right time.
That is obviously shocking to me. I feel like that is a shocking moment that they're not in it, but we also do have another shocking moment.
We do. We thought it was shocking for Tyler and Corey to use the U-turn when they were in first place, not knowing exactly where Brody and Kurt were in the rest of the pack, knowing that there was a second U-turn and, potentially Brody and Kurt could save themselves.
It's always shocking to me when someone in first place uses the U-turn.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. I get that Tyler and Corey and Brody and Kurt have been, like, neck and neck. So I get that they would want to U-turn Brody and Kurt. But the fact that they were in first place and there's just so many things that can happen behind you. Usually when you're in your first place, you just are like, okay,
I'm
just
leaving that alone.
Yeah, but they did it.
They did it.
And it paid off.
It did.
Could have gone horribly wrong, but it paid off.
Yep.
Because of our winning moment.
That's right.
That leads us to our winning moment, which is Bernie and Ashley knowing how to burn that second U-turn.
I see what you did there, and I like it. Bernie and Ashley showed up, and they knew the move to make. They knew they wanted to knock out that second U-turn.
Bernie took a beat, talked through it, and that really made the difference.
Yeah. So
winning moment, guys.
good for you. And one day you're going to get an actual win on a leg of a race.
We believe it.
I know it.
Believe it. Get back on track is kind of, at this point...
It's small mistakes at this point when you need to get back on track because it's such a close race at this point. Any little thing you do wrong could lose you the race. So we sort of had to think, because everyone did pretty well this episode.
These people know how to play, so there's barely any get back on tracks.
Yeah, but...
The slightest one was Matt and Dana not figuring out the clue.
When they did the snorkeling thing and they just grabbed the cylinder and they were like, black and yellow cylinder.
They tossed it in the boat.
This isn't the clue. It didn't put them super far back, but it did allow Brody and Kurt to pass them. You know, it's just mistakes like that if the U-turn hadn't turned out the way it did, Matt and Dana might have gone home this week.
I don't know. When you're looking in a clue box and it doesn't look the same, just still take it and investigate.
Just see if you can open it.
Like the first couple teams figured it out.
Yeah.
And then the next few questioned, but then Matt and Dana were like, no, this isn't it.
Yeah, they throw it behind him in the boat.
Let's at least look into it.
Right.
Our final four, you guys. Can you believe this is our final four?
I'm shocked to see Sherry and Cole there.
Yes.
They're dark horses.
I believe that.
And shocked to see Matt and Dana there.
I agree with both of those. I really would have put money on Brody and Kurt being in the final four and Rachel and Zach being in the final four.
Yeah.
I would have swapped those two teams.
Yeah.
I am officially a Bernie Burns and Ashley fan. You have made your allegiance clear this whole time.
Tyler and Corey.
But I've not had this is my team. I've liked a lot of teams. I've been sort of figuring it out, but now I officially want them to win. I feel like Ashley has just really impressed me.
She is a beast.
She powers through every challenge. She doesn't question. She's there. She's giving it her all every single time.
And I just love their relationship with each other. They are so really loving and positive and supportive. And I think that's why they've been so consistent this season.
Very reminiscent of Kelsey and Joey from last year.
Yeah.
They worked really well together. They just kept climbing up.
Yep. Getting closer and closer.
So I don't know. We might have a similar outcome.
I do think that they have a great shot to win the whole thing. I would love it if Tyler and Corey did, obviously, but I wouldn't be upset if Bernie and Ashley won because I think they deserve it.
Tyler and Corey are our entertainment team.
Right.
We need them for entertainment, so they need to make it all the way to the end to final three.
Yep.
And whether they win or not, whatever. But I just need them for entertainment.
Right. It'll be interesting to see who goes next week though, and who
will be the last.
Because I think Tyler and Corey and Bernie and Ashley are sort of shoe-ins. You know, anything can happen, but I think they're definitely going to be in the final three. So I'm interested to see.
Yeah, I agree because our two wild cards are Sherry and Cole and Matt and Dana. So which one of them would be eliminated next is what we would think.
Yes.
But oh my gosh, who knows?
You never know.
Seriously, this whole season has been kind of like a what?
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Who are you rooting for? Do you have your official team now?
Yes.
Like I do.
And click subscribe because we'll be back next week.
Okay, bye.
Bye.